The assassination of Rajiv Gandhi sent shockwaves not only through India but across the entire world. 21st May 1991 marked the beginning of a dark chapter in India's political landscape when the life of this young and charismatic leader was taken away. Rajiv
May 21, 1991, a night that plunged a nation into shock. A political rally in Tamil Nadu turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. In a single devastating moment, India lost a former Prime Minister and the world witnessed a new, brutal phase of political violence. This is the story of Rajiv Gandhi's assassination, an act of terror rooted in a foreign war executed by a suicide bomber and leaving a legacy that still echoes through India's history. Welcome to the timeline. Timeless Tales, where we delve into the pivot moments that shaped our world. Today we are unraveling one of India's most tragic events, the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi. Who was behind this audacious act? Who drove them to such an extreme measure? And what were the lasting repercussions for a nation grappling with its past and future? Join us as we uncover the perpetrators, their motives, and the enduring impact of this fateful night. It was approximately 10 p.m. on May 21, 1991. Rajiv Gandhi, then campaigning for the Indian general elections, had just arrived at a rally in Tamil Nadu. Stepping out of his white ambassador car, he walked towards the dais, surrounded by enthusiastic supporters, garlanded by well-wishers and school children. Among the crowd, a young woman approached him. Her name was Kalaivani Rajaratnam. In a deceptive gesture of reverence, she bent down as if to touch his feet, a traditional sign of respect in India. But beneath her dress, concealed from view, was an RDX explosive-laden belt. At that precise moment, she detonated it. The explosion was catastrophic. Rajiv Gandhi Rajaratnam herself and 14 other innocent individuals were killed instantly. Another 43 people suffered severe injuries. This was not just a bombing, it was a suicide attack, a method rarely seen in India at the time, designed for maximum lethality and psychological impact. The perpetrator was identified as 22-year-old Kalaivani, also known by her other names Dhanu, Anbu and Gayatri. A Sri Lankan national from Jaffna, she had joined the LTTE, Liberation Tigers of Tamil, Eelam, a remarkably young age, reportedly between 12 and 15. Dhanu was no ordinary operative. She was a member of the LTTE's elite Black Tigers unit, their specialized group of suicide bombers, known as Captain Aquino. Within the squad, she was a prominent figure, often serving as a flag bearer in female LTTE marches. Her selection for this mission was no accident. She was chosen by her own cousin, Sivarasan, a key planner of the plot. Dhanu's story highlights the LTTE's chilling strategy, recruiting and indoctrinating youth, even women, for self-sacrificial missions. It speaks to the extreme ideological commitment and psychological manipulation employed by the organization to achieve its brutal objectives. The investigation pointed to one entity as the mastermind, the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, a banned Sri Lankan Tamil separatist rebel organization. The plot was intricate, involving a network of conspirators. Number 1. Sivarasan, Dhanu's cousin, was a primary planner and executor. Subha, another cousin, served as a backup bomber. And at the very top, Velupillai Prabhakaran, the supreme leader of the LTTE, who allegedly personally orchestrated the assassination, viewing Gandhi as a significant threat. Key figures like Potu Oman, the intelligence chief, and Akhila, the women's wing chief, were also deeply involved. The LTTE's operational methods were chillingly sophisticated. They clandestinely infiltrated India, established safe houses, and set up unauthorized wireless communication channels with their leaders in Sri Lanka. They even sent backup bombers to Delhi, a contingency plan if the initial attempt failed. This was not a lone wolf attack, it was a meticulously coordinated transnational conspiracy. Despite initial denials, Prabhakaran later reportedly awarded Dhanu's father a gold medal, glorifying her mission. This act exposed a critical vulnerability in India's security, a foreign militant group operating with impunity on Indian soil, culminating in the assassination of a former head of government. The motive behind this horrific act was a direct consequence of India's intervention in the Sri Lankan civil war. Initially, India had supported the LTTE, but everything changed with the 1987 Indo-Sri Lankan Accord, which led Rajiv Gandhi to deploy the Indian Peacekeeping Force, or IPKF, to Sri Lanka. The IPKF's mandate was to disarm the LTTE and enforce peace, but the mission quickly turned into a brutal conflict, with the LTTE viewing the IPKF's presence and strong-arm tactics as a profound betrayal and a direct threat to their separatist goals. The resentment festered, turning into a powerful desire for retribution against Rajiv Gandhi, whom they held personally responsible. The primary motive was the LTTE's deep fear that if Gandhi returned to power, he would redeploy the IPKF to disarm them, amplified by an interview Gandhi gave to Sunday magazine in August 1990, where he explicitly stated his intention to send the IPKF back to Sri Lanka if re-elected. This public declaration was the catalyst transforming animosity into a calculated preemptive strike to protect their operational autonomy. The assassination triggered an immediate and massive investigation. The Chandrasekhar government swiftly handed the case to the Central Bureau of Investigation, the CBI, which formed the Special Investigation Team, or SIT. Their probe confirmed the LTTE's role, a finding upheld by the Supreme Court. However, the investigation faced criticism for its single-minded focus on the LTTE, potentially overlooking other conspiracies. Several commissions were formed, including the Justice J.S. Verma Commission, which found security lapses caused by local Congress leaders. The political fallout was immense, with a leaked report even leading to the downfall of a national government in 1998. The legal proceedings were extensive. The CBI charged 41 individuals with 26 standing trial. Initially, all 26 were convicted and sentenced to death, largely based on voluntary confessions. But the Supreme Court later commuted many sentences, ultimately sentencing 7 facilitators to life imprisonment. In a controversial development in November 2022, the Supreme Court ordered the release of 6 convicts, including V. Sriharan and Nalini Sriharan, following a recommendation from the Tamil Nadu government. A.G. Pirarivalan, who supplied a 9-volt battery for the device, had been released earlier. These prolonged legal battles and releases highlight the enduring complexities and political pressures in such high-profile cases. The assassination of Rajiv Gandhi was a brutal act of political violence, a direct blowback from India's foreign policy in Sri Lanka. It exposed critical vulnerabilities in India's national security, forcing a re-evaluation of its intelligence, counterterrorism, and VIP protection protocols. This tragic event remains a defining moment in Indian history, a stark reminder of the unpredictable consequences of military intervention and the ruthless determination of non-state actors. Its legacy continues to shape national memory, discussions on justice, and a delicate balance of state and security in a complex world. Lingering questions and controversies surrounding the assassination ensure that it remains a poignant and unresolved chapter in India's modern narrative. Viewers, what are your thoughts on the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi and its lasting impact? Share your insights in the comments below. If this video helped you understand this complex historical event, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, The Timeline, for more in-depth analysis of the stories that shape our world. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.